Welcome, my name is Jacob Cino. Today's class is a special class. It is designed for those subscribers who've been doing my chair yoga class and feel ready for something a little bit more challenging. We will be going down to the ground but using the chair as well. For this class you'll need a nice sturdy chair as well as a yoga mat, or you could also use a carpet. If you don't have either of those, you could just have a nice clean ground so when we come to the ground you feel comfortable on the ground. Placing the chair on the yoga mat or your carpet, we'll start in a seated position. Sit up nice and tall. Close your eyes. Make the spine long. Come into a sense of center. Connect with the breath. Slow the thoughts. Allow the sounds to be around you. Connect with a deeper breath, and with your next inhale, inhale as much as you can. Nice, steady, deep inhales. We want to keep our belly engaged, so we're breathing more into the lungs, keeping the belly somewhat still. With the eyes closed, bring your hands to a prayer position. Connect to the sensation of the hands touching, the fingertips, the knuckles. If you're really listening carefully, you may also feel the pulse of the heart. With the next inhale, fill the heart. Inhale as much as you can. And exhale, send that out. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, imagining filling your heart with golden light. And exhale, we're sending that out. Inhale, open the eyes, place your hands to your thighs. And we'll start with a cat-cow. So with your inhale, you're lifting the heart, arching the low back. And then exhale, drop your head, tuck the pelvis forward, reaching your forehead towards the pubic bone. Again, inhale, lifting the heart, proud chest, arch the low back. And exhale, as you fall back, you could play with straightening the arms, really release the weight of the head. Inhale, we're lifting again the chest, arch the low back. And exhale, we're moving with the breath, so connect with breath and movement. Inhale, we lift. And exhale, round. Let's do 3 more with the rhythm of your breath. Next time you come to an inhale, straighten the spine. And exhale, let's look over our right shoulder as much as we can without twisting the torso, just twisting the head. Inhale, bring the head back to center, and exhale, let's look over to the next side. Inhale back to center, and exhale, we're changing sides. Inhale to center, and exhale, look over the next side. Inhale, come to center. Let's do a yes motion. With the inhale, lift the chin, not so high, but enough to bring the eyes upwards. And then exhale, drop the chin down towards your neck. Again, inhale, we're lifting the head. Try not to hurt the back of the neck, keep length there. And then exhale, drop the chin. Let's rock the head 3 more times. Inhale, lifting. And exhale, dropping. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, dropping. Last one, inhale, lifting. And exhale, drop. Inhale to straight spine. Exhale, hands come to prayer. Inhale, extend the arms out to the side. Big T position with the arms. And exhale, hold it here. Flex the fingers back towards your ears. So we're stretching the forearms and the wrists. Breathe into the lungs. Inhale, let's bring the arms up to the sky. Reach the fingertips up, but melt your shoulders down. Hands can stay extended, or bring your hands to your hips or shoulders. Exhale, we're going to lean to one side. So if this is too much for the shoulders or the back, hands to shoulders or hips. Inhale, let's come back to center. And then exhale, we're leaning to the next side. Again, a reminder that this is your practice. This is a suggested sequence. It's not prescribed for everyone. This is your practice. So some of this might be beyond what your body can handle. Please respect what the body needs. Inhale, we're coming back up. And exhale, let's bring the hands back down. Very good. Widen the feet a little bit more than the hips and shift your hips so you're on the edge of your chair. Inhale, arms float up, look to where the fingers are pointing. And then exhale, fold forward, body comes between the knees, dropping the head. Inhale, let's bring the chest and the arms back up. And exhale, hands come back in front of the heart, prayer. Inhale, arms float up. Maybe hands come a little behind the shoulders, promoting a little back bend here. And then exhale, we're folding forward. You can walk the hands down the legs if you need that support, otherwise hands in prayer. Inhale, let's bring ourselves all the way back up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We've got 3 more like this. Inhale, arms float up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bringing yourself back up. Reach the fingers to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, enjoy the breath. Maybe you're noticing you're able to breathe deeper the more we deep breathe. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale to flat back. So let's bring our hands onto our shins this time. Lengthen the spine, staying here. 3 breaths. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way back, reach the arms to the sky. And exhale, hands heart center. We've got 1 more. We're going to add that pause as we did before. Inhale, arms float up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands on the shins, straighten your spine. Let's stay here for 4 breaths. Exhale, drop the head. And then inhale, arms and chest come all the way back up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Very good. We're coming to standing. So let's bring ourselves all the way to standing. We're going to work on knees with slight squats. For this, you may want to hold on to the back of the chair. Option to change position of the chair. Or if you don't need the chair, just standing by yourself. Feet about hip width apart. With your exhale, sit yourself down slightly, bending the knees. It doesn't have to be deep, especially for those with compromised knees. And then inhale, coming back up. Exhale again, we're bending the knees. Sit a little bit lower, pull the belly in. And inhale back up. Next one, we're going to hold. Exhale, stay low. Even though we're holding, we're still breathing. Push down through your big toes, your baby toes, as if there's an imaginary block between the legs that you're squeezing, but the knees don't come in. Legs engaged. And inhale, coming back to straight legs. Exhale, pause. So we're going to try this, and if it feels safe, lifting the arms now, perhaps one at a time. Take a big inhale. Exhale, sit as low as what feels safe for the knees, but don't get the hips any lower than the knees. Pull the belly in, and then inhale, lift one arm. If that's too much for your body, keep the hands on the chair. If this is easy breezy, let's extend the next arm. 2 more breaths. And exhale, let's come to standing. Very good. So we're going to bring ourselves around to the other side of the chair. And we'll start with holding on to the back of the chair again. This is a version of down dog, walking the feet back away from the chair. And then exhale, folding forward, offering the chest towards the ground. Legs straight if you can. And inhale, lift the chest, walk the feet towards the chair. We're going to do that a few more times. If that was easy for you, a variation is to go deeper by bringing the hands all the way down to the seated area of the chair. So I'm going to drop my hands down there, walk the feet back, and exhale, drop the chest, drop the head. All right, let's walk the feet forward, walk the hands back up onto the chair. Very good. Our next posture is called Crescent Lunge. For this one, I'll show you the first variation with sitting on the chair. So for this one, I will turn to the right on the chair and step my left foot back, right foot forward. So the back heel is lifted, right foot down on the ground. This is the Crescent Lunge. You could also do this if you're feeling stable with the hand on the chair, and that would look like this. Hand either on the back of the chair or on the seated area of the chair, stepping the left foot back, right foot forward. Those in a standing position, not seated on the chair, will change sides by stepping the feet together and then step the right foot back. Those sitting on the chair, let's bring the feet together and then pivot over to the next side so you're facing to the left and step the right foot back, left knee bent, right leg straight. Even in the seated chair version, hands could be on the chair to help stabilize. And inhale, coming back to center, stepping either the feet together. We're coming back to a down dog. So standing position, if you're sitting on the chair, hands to the back of the chair or the seat. Exhale, fold forward as you walk the feet back. Inhale, walking the feet forward, bringing the chest back up. We're coming into Warrior Two. Again, I'll start with the seated variation of this. Turning to the right, right knee stays bent, left foot steps back. The difference this time is we're extending the arms forward. If that's too much, hands could stay on the ground. The other variation, the standing variation, would be standing, step the left foot forward, bend the right knee, right hand on the chair, or if you're feeling strong enough today, taking the hand off the chair. Three more breaths here. Perhaps you're feeling some heat building in the body, which is good. To change sides, hands come back down to the chair. We're going to step either both feet together if you're in standard variation, and then right foot steps back, left knee bent. Or if you're in the seated variation, you would bring the feet together, pivot over to your left side, stepping the right foot back, straightening the right leg, left knee bent. Try to drop that right heel down to the ground, and then we're extending the arms. This standing variation, if it feels safe to take the hands off the prop, our chair, you can do so. And inhale, let's bring the feet back together, coming back to standing, all of us, and we're returning back to our down dog. So hand either to the back of the chair or to the seated area. Walk the feet back, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, we're bringing the feet back towards the chair, coming back to standing. And we're coming now into a posture called extended side angle. I'll start with the seated variation first. So for the seated variation, we're turning to the right foot bent and left foot back. Right forearm on the thigh. Inhale, left arm reaches up and over. If that's too much on the shoulder, hand could be on the shoulder or the hip. For the standing variation, you would have the feet facing towards the chair, step the left foot back, bend the right knee, right hand or forearm on the chair. Left hand can reach up and over, or hand on shoulder or hip if shoulders are not so feeling mobile today. Roll the top shoulder back. We're offering the heart upwards in this posture. You can even look upwards if that's okay on your neck. Exhale, we're looking down and stepping the feet back together for the seated variation, pivoting over to the next side, stepping the right foot back, keeping that right leg straight, and then placing your left forearm on your thigh, reaching the top arm up and over, or hand on shoulder or hip as our variations. For the standing variation, you're stepping the right foot back, bending the left knee, and then placing the left forearm or hand on the chair. Right arm reaches up and over, opening our side body. Deep breath still to open the ribs, those little muscles between the ribs. And exhale, let's look down to the ground. Inhale, step your feet together, and let's come back to standing. This next posture is triangle pose. I'm going to show you the standing variation of this. So standing with our right hip close towards the chair, and then we're stepping the left foot back about the length of a leg. Both legs are straight. Inhale, lift the arms, and then exhale, bring the right hand down to the chair. Let's lift that left arm up to the sky. If that's too much on the shoulder, hand on the shoulder or the hip. Roll the top shoulder back. Gaze can be down or look up to the sky. You might be feeling this in the hamstrings or perhaps on the hip. Exhale, we're looking down towards the chair, and inhale, bring yourself back up. Let's change sides. We'll step the feet together. Bring your left hip towards the chair. Step the right foot back again. The foot is stepping back about the length of a leg apart. Inhale, arms slowed up. Keep both your legs straight. That's important. Exhale, left hand comes to the chair. Right arm up to the sky or hand on your hip. If you're not feeling a stretch in the legs, again, pay attention that those legs are straight. And inhale, let's come back up, stepping the feet together, Our next posture is tree pose. And let's come to the back of the chair for this one. And turning to the side, we'll start with the left hip facing towards the chair. And I'm going to bend my right knee, placing the right foot either on the calf. If that's not possible, you could keep the toes on the ground and place the heel on your ankle. If you have the mobility, then let's place that foot right on the thigh, but please don't place the foot on the knee. Start to feel your balance. We'll take that right hand to our heart. If balance is there, bring the left hand to the right hand as well, prayer position. If that's not there for you, then keep the left hand on the chair and right arm reaches up. If hands are in prayer, both arms reaching up. And exhale, let's bring our hands back down, stepping the feet down to the ground and changing sides. Great posture for promoting balance. Turning the right hip towards the chair, right hand on the chair, and then left foot goes onto the ankle, calf, or thigh. Avoid the knee. Left hand comes to prayer position and root down through the right foot. Left hand could stay where it is, or extend the arm up, or bring the right hand to prayer, or extend the right arm up. Let's bring both feet back down to the ground and step back into the front of the chair. This next one is called half moon pose. We'll bring the right foot close to the chair and then right hand down onto the chair. Start to lift the left leg and roll that left hip back. If you need to, the right hand might need to shift forward more underneath the shoulder. Lifting that left leg as much as you can, perhaps parallel to the ground, and we're turning the chest to the side. So stacking hips and shoulders. Holding for 3 more breaths. Maybe that foot lifts just a little bit, that's okay. Or maybe just lifting and dropping back down, just testing or starting to feel the balance. Exhale, let's all drop that left foot back down. Inhale, come back to standing, and we're changing sides. Bring the left foot close to the chair and bring the left hand down to the mat, right hand to your hip. When you're ready, inhale, lifting the right leg. Roll the top hip back. Lifting that right leg as much as you can, perhaps parallel to the ground. Two more breaths. And exhale, let's drop that foot down to the ground. We're shifting our chair now to the edge of our mat, if it's a yoga mat, or just slide it down a little bit. And we're making our way to the ground. If you need the assistance of the chair to get down to the ground, hands come to the seated area and you're dropping one knee at a time. For those who have ease to get to the ground, let's make your way down to your bum, and we're going to extend our legs long. With the legs long, we're bending our right knee, needle pose, and place the foot to the outside of the leg. If it's there for you, start to slide that foot more back towards the hips. Inhale, sit up tall. Let's start with our hands behind our back, and exhale, fold forward. If your belly's getting in the way, you may want to pick up the belly and pull it forward to make some space. The extended leg, that's your left leg. The feet are flexed, pulling the toes back. And inhale, bring yourself back up. Let's uncross the legs and we'll change sides. So we're bending the left knee, place the foot to the outside of the leg and then slide it back as far as you can. Maybe it's to the knee or calf. Perhaps you can get that left foot all the way to the hips. Inhale, sit up tall, hands start behind us, And exhale, fold forward. If you want to walk the hands forward, you can. The right foot is flexed again. Pull the toes back. With your inhale, bringing yourself back up. We're uncrossing the legs. We'll step the feet now hip width apart, knees bent, and swinging the knees side to side. Let's let the knees fall over to our right, and we'll look over our left shoulder, drawing the left shoulder back. 3 good breaths here. Inhale, bring the knees back to center. Still feet are hip width apart. Exhale, let the knees fall over to the left. Look over your right shoulder, draw the right shoulder back. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, extend the legs long. We're coming into a seated pigeon. We'll start with the right ankle over the left knee, and then starting to bend the left leg. It might not bend that much. For those who can draw the foot closer to the bum, do so. Lifting the low back and chest. Hands are behind us to stabilize. If you're not feeling a stretch, shift the hips slightly forward. Now that lifted foot, which is our left foot, is also engaged, flexing through the heel, pulling the toes back. Two more breaths here. And inhale, bringing yourself back up. We're going to keep those legs crossed as we extend the left leg back out, and then drop the right foot to the outside of the leg. A seated twist. Inhale, sit up tall, and then exhale, twist towards your right, hugging with your left arm. Right hand behind you. Just keeping the legs as they are. Inhale, turn the chest forward, coming out of the twist, and then counter twist, bring the hands over to the next side. 2 breaths here. Inhale, coming out of the twist, and exhale, extend both the legs. We're changing sides, crossing the left ankle over your right. Now, if you've ever switched up the sides or messed up the sides, just make sure you do the next one next. Left ankle on right knee, and then we're bending the right leg, coming into a seated pigeon. The right leg might not bend much, but if it can get closer to the bum, lift the low back, lift the chest. If you want to go deeper, slide the hips forward a little. We're keeping those legs crossed as we slide the right leg forward, dropping the left foot to the outside. Seated twist. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, turn to your left, hugging with your right arm. Left hand behind you, sit up tall. Exhale, twist. Keep the legs as they are. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, a counter twist. Both hands come to the next side, to your right side. Let's come back to center. So before we come to our backs into the final pose, a few variations. You can do this with legs up on the chair. That would be the calf muscles on the seated area. For that, you would place the chair so the seated or the back of the chair is facing where your feet would face. You could also do Shavasana, which is laying on your back leg straight. The legs on the chair is a nice one for low back relief. So setting up the chair or removing the chair for your final variation, and we'll make our way to our back with our bum facing the chair, hugging knees into our chest. One last posture before we come to that last posture, happy baby. For this, slide the hands between the knees and reach around and catch the feet or the ankles or the back of the knees. If you can't catch the feet, widen the knees more than the chest. Feet are above the knees. Press the low back down, tuck your chin in. Three more breaths. And releasing the legs. If you're doing legs on the chair, bring the shins onto the chair, sliding your bum so knees are right above the hips. Hands by your side, palms facing up, or legs long on the mat. If the chair is not what you're using, feet are wider than the hips, palms also facing up. Let's draw our chin in slightly. Release, close the eyes, release the jaw, the chin, the tongue. Allow the body to settle. We're staying here for about 4 minutes today. Releasing so much that the body takes care of the breath. Giving the weight of the body over to the earth. With each exhale, release another layer of tension. Deepening the breath. Wiggle your toes and your fingers. For those with legs on the chair, draw your knees in towards your belly, and let's all roll to the right side. Use the hands here and bring yourself up to a seated position, either sitting on the chair or sitting cross-legged or legs long. We're going to close our practice. Sit up nice and tall with hands in prayer. And we'll close our practice as we started with a big breath to the heart. Come to the bottom of your exhale. Big inhale, fill the chest. And exhale, send it out. Opening the eyes. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you found some benefit from this practice. If you enjoyed this practice today, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Just a click below.